Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, Bulawayo, welcome to the 22nd edition of the National Arts Merit Awards. Welcome to NAMA, #122.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's backing vocals are all performed by the incredible Bulawayo group Vocal X. Now, as we raise the curtain on NAMA22, please stand for the national anthem, performed by the award-winning songstress and composer, Tahle Wedzinza. Baguthi kukontutu ziyathunqa umuzi omkhulu ikhaya lamakhosi lamakhosikazi, a historically productive city whose warmth embraces you as you navigate the wide clean streets with friendly smiles. From the great balancing rocks of Matobo, the architectural genius of the Kami ruins, the vibrant culture, the artistic movement that breathes life into everything around it. This is Bulawayo. Live from the star-studded ZITF Hall 3, the 22nd edition of the National Arts Merit Awards, NAMA22, #122. Elamigama nguSharlene Furusa Umtakatili, and I am absolutely thrilled to be your voice host tonight. Siyalamukela Tinoku Gamchirai, performing a traditional medley infused with rich culture and color. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Albert Nyati, acrobatic dancers, and Baba Harare.
Bayete wena wezulu wena wendlovu wena wezulu wena wendlovu angadla Bulawayo, the city of kings. Bulawayo, umuzi omkhulu, umuzi kalobhengule kaMzilikazi, umzilikazi kaMachobane, uchoba lingango isimachobana, ukhatshwa ngosibangele, okhatshwa ngezindisi nyawo langezifishazanyana, walukudla umlenze koBulawayo, inkubela bayihlabe ngamanxeba uZulu, inyanga bathi file Zulu, kanti ithwasile, ithwasa ngonyakana kampeyana, ubanda abantu baleshiya uZulu, ndaba ezitsha bayete wena wezulu wena wendlovu ibhidi elimnyama ngomlomo elithethwa ngezinyembezi zamadoda umfitshane wakithi onjobokazi nyathelwa kanti ezabade ziyanyathelwa ezabade ngushaka senzanga khona ezabade nguzwidekalanga inkwenkwezi ende ilisilimela ilanga laphuma endlebeni yendlovu laphuma amakhweza abikelana umzaco omnyama atshaya izinkomo washaya amadoda ngithi bayete imbaba legxekazi ematsheni yesaba inzipho zayo ubonakala wemba ngomkhonto wemba ngenduku utshani bude besemahalehali bothi nyakana butshayo buyotsha lemitsha yamadoda ngithi mina bayete
vanoda chiti itai ahe, vakanaka itai ahe, vakanaka itai ahe. Simudza maoko, tenderedza, 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 tenderedza. Ndogona kumboti hoyo, ndozvada moyo, kutamira chisikana, sudza, 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 katsva wakasenga. Vakakupa nekubekuya, bhutsu yangu iyewo panchaiwe, ndoda kuipfeka nditsika madzimoni. Ndini wani munhu wakapedza fashoni, bageriya zvese nepafashoni. Zvakaoma, zvakaoma, kupfeka magirazi usina nzeve, kubviswa zino usina chiveve, kushaya mari iwe wakecha, kunhongeswa shuga mujecha. Vanoda chiti itai ahe, vakanaka itai ahe, vakaseka itai ahe. Simudza maoko, tenderedza, 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 tenderedza. Ndogona kumboti hoyo, ndozvada moyo, kutamira chisikana, munhu wese. Ndianakambona ndombi rine masaira kuita mwaro, ndianakambona ndombi rine masaira. Simuka, simuka, wona pachibhorani ndombi rine masaira kuita mwaro, nepachigayo ndombi rine masaira kuita mwaro, pamberi pambuya ndombi rine masaira kuita mwaro, chero mudanga staira kuita mwaro. Don't give it, don't give it, don't give it. Oh, 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 oh. Papa, sumuka. Hey, hey, hey. Sumuka, sumuka, sumuka. That is why there is it. That is why you shine up. That is why there is it. That is why you shine up. That is why I don't know. 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 That is why there is it. Ah, she did. Tangai marora na uko. Ah, she did. Tangai maro apo. Ah, she did. Tangai marora. Amaze mutaye titemurara. Sumuta, sumuta. Amaze mutaye titemurara. Inina yangu yakadaro. Inina ngirwa yangu yakadaro. Sumuta choka bata. Amaze mutaye titemurara bata. Inina yangu yakadaro. Inina yangu yakadaro. Yangu yakadaro. Maita basa nama muriko ere kotutusia tu. Thank you so much.
Masculine energy, creativity, eloquence, a kind and mentoring personality, vibrant and colorful with a killer smile. Abanye bamazeles vitivitini as a news anchor, abanye bamazi as an actor, a voice artist, a businessman, a mentor, a media mogul. To me, he's a big brother. But this one is more than just a pretty package. He is the rock, the only ace in the pack. Ladies and gentlemen, your host for NAMA22, Arthur C. Evans.
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
Bulawayo, are you there? Charlene, thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. You know, my friends call me Ace, but in this part of the country, they call me Dwala. And in the north, they call me Dombo. Whatever you want to call me, you can tell by the people around me that one of the descriptions you will likely use tonight is beautiful. Because anything that comes out of Bulawayo, anything that comes out of Zimbabwe is 100% beautiful. And that's what art is, isn't it? Because tonight, you're not going to see an AI-generated Arthur C. Evans. You're not going to see an AI-generated audience. No. Everything is going to be 100% real. Because that is what art is. It is taking a canvas and wet paint and creating something beautiful. It's walking into a studio with raw talent and making a sound that no one has ever heard before. It's getting newsprint between your fingers and reading something that will change your life. That is what art is. And that is what Zimbabwean art is. And we're taking it to the world tonight at the 22nd edition of the National Arts Merits Awards. Live from my city, Bulawayo. Let me repeat that. I think a few people missed that. Live from my city, Bulawayo. Kontutu, siyatunga. Hey! And it's been quite a year. I mean, Zimbabwean art has reached new heights. We had our first animation reach Disney+. We even opened a vibrant theater in Victoria Falls. Sadly, it has not been the best of years in review as well, because we've lost a few special people during that time. The likes of Eric Moyo and Gary Mapanzure. Amongst many, we still celebrate them today. And that's why tonight, we must join our hands, we must join our voices and celebrate with every breath that we have, because this event, hosted by the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, is here to celebrate everything about the arts. Now, I don't want to share too much about what's going to happen tonight, but I want you to celebrate like it was your wedding day. Minus the drunk uncles, obviously. And if you didn't get that, you'll see what I mean later on in the show. But enough about my expectations for tonight. Let's rubber stamp this event. Let's get it off on a high note. Let's call upon a dignitary that potentially in these parts of the country needs no introduction. We call her mother, we call her mama. It is none other than the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, Honorable Judith Ngube.
As the Honorable Minister makes her way on stage, ladies and gentlemen, NAMA22 is proudly powered by Kurima Center, Ginger Apple Group, the U.S. Embassy in Zimbabwe, CBZ, Culture Fund and the European Union, Dariro Mode, Click and Pay, Rue Gold Travel and Tours, Wild Africa Travel and Tours, Population Solutions for Health, CityLink, Mega Foods, Schweppes, Skies Metro FM, Chicken Inn, Ranga Designs, Stir Kiniko, Scarlet Studios, ZLG, Dooley's, Ford Zimbabwe, Glamorous Beauty and Nails, and ZFM Stereo.
Sanibonani Bulawayo mhle. Kati ngisacholocho sanibonani Bulawayo mhle. That's nice. A very good evening to us all. Allow me to recognize the Director of Ceremonies, the Minister of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Dr. K. Covent, and the other ministers here present, the Deputy Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Ubaba Utamazani, Lomam, the Deputy Ministers here present, members of the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee for Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture here present, the Permanent Secretary for Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Ubaba Nicholas Moyo, and the other permanent secretaries here present, the Mayor of the City of Bulawayo, His Worship, Ubaba Councillor David Coltart, all senior government officials here present, Board Chair for the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Ubaba Dr. N. Maraire, and your fellow board members. Executive Director for the National Gallery of Zimbabwe, Mr. Ara Chikukwa, our corporate sponsors, the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe Director, Baba Josiah Husena, the JMC Events Managers Director, Zvanai, Steve Zhao, and team, captains of industries, captains of creative and culture industries, and fellow creatives, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, once again, a very good evening to us all. Good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen, here present, and to all Zimbabweans eagerly waiting to watch from various digital platforms showcasing NAMA Bulawayo. I would like to welcome you all to Bulawayo Metropolitan Province. Let me hasten to say, please enjoy the great hospitality that our city has to offer. It is my fervent hope and trust that you will have a great time tonight. I am grateful that NAMA has come to Bulawayo, and we are very happy about this major occurrence. Siyalamukela esigodlweni samakhosi lamakhosikazi ontuthu ziyathunqa, siyalamukela lonke. Ngithanda ukuthi ndibikele ukuthi libahle, hayi libahle Bulawayo, libahle Zimbabwe. Culture and art is alive in this beautiful city. The coming of NAMA to Bulawayo is clear endorsement and acknowledgement of Bulawayo as cultural hub in this country. Tonight, we are honored to host the nation in a celebration of the prestigious National Arts Merit Awards, the 22nd edition. The best of what our artists have to offer will be recognized tonight, and it is befitting to get that honor in the city of kings and queens. More so, acknowledging our artists at the national level and celebrating their success is a great incentive for our artists to explore new frontiers that should place Zimbabwe artists' creations on the global map. Therefore, tonight, this is an acknowledgement of some of the creme de la creme from Zimbabwe. We have come together in celebration of the success of various artists who have been identified as doing extraordinary content creations and productions worth of celebration. It is my hope that these awards will be a source of pride to all the nominees. Lastly, allow me to congratulate all the 106 nominees and top 40 winners. I hope and trust that your nomination will open new doors for you to excel in your career as artists and to fly the Zimbabwean flag high. I urge our artists to continue the excellent work you are already involved in. Your resilient creativity will also help achieve your personal development goals as artists. I wish you a pleasant evening and massive growth and development in the arts as we strive to become an upper middle income economy as a nation by 2030. May we all continue to build the nation together and as one through the arts and the culture. Ngiyabonga Bulawayo muhle, ngiyabonga Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. Please help me welcome on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the chairperson of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Nozipho Maraire.
Salibonani, ko Bulawayo, linjani? Linjani? Good evening. My name is Dr. Nozipho Maraire. I am the chairperson of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of my board and all of the management at the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe to welcome you to the 22nd edition of the National Arts Merits Award. And we're doing it in the city of kings and queens. I would like to start by acknowledging all of the honorable guests that are here. The first and most important of this category are the creatives. Stand up. All the creatives, thank you. You are the most important people. Without your imagination, without your boldness, without your vision, we would not be here celebrating, because it is your work that we have come out tonight to celebrate. I would like to honor the dignitaries. I would like to honor and acknowledge our parent ministry, the Ministry of Sport, Arts, Recreation, and Culture, Honorable Kirsty Coventry, our Deputy Minister, Emily Josiah, our Permanent Secretary, Mr. Nicholas Moyo, our Chief Director, Dr. Samwanda, the Acting Director of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Josiah Kusena, Mrs. Barbara Gotore, our Program Director, and all of the staff who have volunteered and worked tirelessly. Thank you. I would like to honor the Provincial Bulawayo Minister, the Honorable Judith Mlube, who you heard from just now, her wonderful speech, all the board members of the National Arts Council and the National Gallery of Zimbabwe, and the chair, welcome all. I would like to say that being in Bulawayo is an honor for us and a special occasion. We thank JCMC for their vision in bringing the event to Bulawayo and putting on such a spectacular show tonight. We honor our corporate partners. We thank the many embassies, the diplomats, the dignitaries, the ministers, the deputy ministers, the permsecs, everybody who is here tonight. Thank you. Bulawayo, okay, this city is a very special city. This city has been the cradle of civilization in this region for centuries. In medieval times, and even going back to the 15th century, the Portuguese and the various travelers that passed through Bulawayo, Matabeleland, they made a comment. They've documented how dazzled they were by the cultural arts that they met here. They actually have written down all of the things that they saw that they couldn't believe. They saw head styles, they had hats, they were plumage. They saw beads, they had skirts, there were dresses, there were even spears that were decorated with gold. The weapons were as lethal as they were beautiful. They had never seen anything like it. Right up until the 19th century, the explorers of the 19th century document the Germans, the British, the Americans, and the Dutch. They document. Actually, one of my favorite documentations, one of my favorite stories is in January. I don't know if many of you are aware of this. There's a festival that King Lobengula used to have. And it was a festival of harvest. It was the summer and the rainy festival. People would come from all over, and they would bring their food, they would bring drinks, they would dance. It was a major cultural event. And we are here in that city because this city honors its heritage. This city gives us dignity in culture. And you can see from some of the amazing dress of the ladies that the tradition continues. So in terms of culture, we're sitting in a cradle of civilization. This is the same city that 136 years ago, in November of 1888, King Lobengula sent 2 diplomats to England. They ended up having to stay for 2 weeks in Cape Town. And then they sailed on a ship called the Moor. And they landed to visit Queen Victoria. Do you know who paid for that trip? King Lobengula paid for that trip. All expense paid. We're in a city of wealth. We're in a city of rich. We're in a city of kings. When we say we're in a city of kings, we mean kings. The National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, as you know, is set up to promote the arts, and we're very proud to be here today. It is not an accident that we've come out of Harare. We're trying to spread the love throughout, and Bulawayo is a natural place. The National Arts Council is here. If I can just have my board members stand up, please. I'd like to thank my board for their support. You're going to see a couple of things. Thank you very much. You're going to see a couple of things this year from the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe. This last year, you'll be very proud of us. On the international stage, we as the National Arts Council have been able to bridge many of the areas that are difficult. Zimbabwe is geopolitically isolated. Sometimes we don't get the reach that we would like to. But through the arts, we have been able to touch many countries, many cultures, many people that otherwise would not meet us. And it's through you, the artists, that we're able to do that. We have been acknowledged, we have been recognized and funded by major international organizations. The UNESCO, the ILO, EU, the United States, many, many countries. And that is through the credibility of the National Arts Council work that we're doing. You'd be very proud of us when we went to the International Federation of Arts Associations. Zimbabwe was asked to chair the African Committee. That is the confidence that the world has in your National Arts Committee. I would like to say that we have a lot of work to do. We've made quite a few mistakes. But we are working on your behalf, and it gives me pleasure to let you know that the music strategy is going on very well, and to let you know that this year, and next year, we're declaring the year of the film. Calling all people in the sector, we are trying to build an industry. That means not just the actors. We need the stage technicians. We need the costume designers. We need the makeup artists. One of the things that came out when we've gone to regional meetings is Zimbabwe is far ahead of the game. I know sometimes you may not feel that way, but we really are. And we need to build at every level the infrastructure. Zimbabwe is telling its own story. Africa is telling its own story. From the Venice Biennale to the Cape Town Arts Festival, we're having a great year. I would just like to close with a poem by E.E. Cummings, one of my favorite poets. E. Cummings said, the beautiful answers to those who ask the beautiful questions. The beautiful answers to those who ask the beautiful questions. What's a beautiful question? Sorry. We have so many challenges and so many problems. We fall short a lot in Zimbabwe. Sometimes it's exhausting. Those are the questions, the challenging questions. How do we surmount the problems? I know all of you as artists here, you look glamorous, you look great, but you've had a hard road to get here. Sometimes you wonder, is it worth it? A beautiful question is saying, how do we do better? How do we surmount these obstacles? How can we get to where we're going? On behalf of the National Arts Council, I would like you to ask the beautiful questions. Because to you will come the beautiful answers. The beautiful answers come in your creativity and the work that you've done. The beautiful answers come in how we solve these problems. Help us build the industry that we want. Please form guilds, form associations. You're going to see from us an accounting of our economic worth, so we're going to try to tally how the arts are valued in economic terms. In fact, Mkoma Jomo, who's one of our board members here from Bulawayo, that is one of his portfolios. And we want you to see that we'll be digitalizing and we're restructuring. So it's going to be a bit of an awkward year for us. Bear with us. We're going to make a lot of mistakes. But on the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, I want you to know that we are working for you as artists. And tonight is our night. So have a great time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our guest of honor tonight, Deputy Minister of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Emily Jesiah.
Salibonani lonke. Unjani ko Bulawayo. Ay, niyabonga ngokukamkela ko Bulawayo. I'm here to deliver a speech on behalf of the Minister of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Dr. Kirst Coventry. The Director of Ceremonies, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, Honorable J. Ngube, and other ministers here present, the Minister of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Dr. Kirst Coventry, in absentia, the Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, hereby represented by the Deputy Chief Secretary, Social Services, Reverend P.B. Damasani and wife, Deputy Ministers here present, I acknowledge you, members of the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee for Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, the Permanent Secretary for Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Mr. Nicholas Moyo, and other permanent secretaries here present, the Mayor of the City of Bulawayo, His Worship, Councillor D. Coltart, all senior government officials, the Board Chair for the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe Board, Dr. N. Maraire, and your fellow board members, the Executive Director for the National Gallery of Zimbabwe, Mr. Ara Chikukwa, our corporate sponsors, the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe Director, Mr. Josiah Kusena, the JMC Events Managers Director, Zivai Steve Zhao and team, captains of the creative and culture industries and fellow creatives, members of the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. A beautiful evening to us all. It is my singular honor to officiate at this year's 22nd edition of the National Arts Merit Awards, NAMA. The awards are running under the theme Kwan 22, and the theme is coined after the City of Kings and Queens emblem. Bulawayo is well known as a hub of industrialization, creativity, cultural expressions, and preservations. The 22nd edition of NAMA marks the third time that event is being held in Bulawayo, Metro Province, and it is indeed a huge success story, as we can all bear witness tonight. This NAMA mirrors the fact that government is taking the devolution agenda seriously, as we all experience this extraordinary showcasing of Zimbabwean creative talent hosted here in Bulawayo. It is important to note that this 22nd edition of NAMA comes at a time when my ministry is seized with crafting specific subsector strategies that are informed by the overarching national culture and creative industries strategy, such as the Muse strategy of 2021 and film strategy, which is currently being finalized this year, 2024. The critical path would continue until every subsector within the arts and culture has its own sound strategy in place. The overall aim of my ministry is to ensure that the arts and culture significantly contribute to the country's gross domestic product and become a force for national development, like is seen in other developing and developed countries. The successful development of the music strategy encompassing the music digitalization process was the starting point which the film strategy further seeks to advance as the nation explores new frontiers within our culture and creative industries. These two are the low-hanging fruits for the sector as we implement the National Arts, Culture and Heritage Policy, which is anchored by the National Development Strategy 1 blueprint as provided for under Vision 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, the different winning productions as adjudicated out of 1,280 entries is ample evidence that our artists within and outside Zimbabwe are serious, and that this is indeed the telltale signs that in the not so distant future, we will be having a thriving industry. The journey traveled in producing this edition cannot be understated, as it started with production of works by creatives, then the marketing and distribution of productions. That is the hallmark of great work, which today is all being recorded as recognition. In tandem with this hard work, government is also working diligently to ensure that the needed essential support to the creative and culture industries is availed through the Arts Development Fund. This will be activated this year through the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe. Today, we shall witness outstanding men and women, young and old, in a variety of categories that will walk away with the covetous NAMA gong. It is my wish that the top prizes go to the most deserving, given the fact that the accolades are a result of the high-level quality standards of the adjudication processes. Again, today, NAMA will also award creatives under the special awards categories, which were selected and awarded in line with the exceptional works and life contributions made particular artists to the growth and development of the sector over enduring periods in the period under review. Ladies and gentlemen, it is critical that I acknowledge all those who have worked so hard for us to enjoy this NAMA. The board of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, led by Dr. Nosipho Maraire, and the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe Management, led by Director Josiah Kusena, our events managers, Jacaranda Media Corporation, we have over the past 5 years continually produced exceptional, innovative, and mouth-watering NAMA shows. Our proud sponsors and partners for financially and materially enabling this function to happen and become a great success. Without these enabling resources, NAMA would be a pipe dream. Today, it takes huge resources to host NAMA. Our very own corporate sector, led by CBZ as NAMA22 Platinum sponsor, have done us proud. The diplomatic community sector, led by the European Union in Zimbabwe. Our renowned NAMA adjudicators for identifying artists and works that have excelled in the past year, led by the National Arts Council Zimbabwe board member, Hope Masike. The creatives who submitted artworks for consideration and the subsequent nominees identified. The government of Zimbabwe, led by His Excellency, the President, Dr. Edi Mnangagwa, for being the biggest spender on arts and continually supporting the rise of the creative economy year in, year out for the past 22 years of the life cycle of NAMA. As the minister responsible for arts and culture, I am forever grateful. The huge support given to the arts sector complements government efforts in arts and culture development. My message to the creatives here present is, continue to explore groundbreaking, innovative artistic creations and breaking new frontiers of imagination. Be persistent in producing quality productions for the benefit of our consumptive clientele, locally, regionally, and internationally. As your minister, my office, my Department of Arts and Culture, working closely with the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, we are open to hear progressive ideas that will spur further the development of the creative and culture industries. It is my sincere wish to have the corporates coming in to augment and support government efforts to finance the continued growth of the sector. I pursue an open door policy. Arts associations, groups, promoters, and individual arts are welcome to share new ideas for adoption when crafting national development policies and strategies. Therefore, today is a special day as we are gathered here to celebrate the success stories of the different journeys that our creatives have traveled in 2023. What we will see today is highly commendable. Ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that today is not the day for long speeches, but a day we are looking forward to see brave, new artistic creations and live productions that should keep us on our toes and capture our imagination in lasting impressions of this magnificent show and event. Let me conclude by saying this to all. For the nominees here present, it is an honor and recognition to be nominated for the 22 NAMA, and let greatness come to those who will be revealed as winners. Suffice to say, in this industry, there are no losers, but there are hardworking artists seeking to succeed now and in the future. If you do not make it tonight, keep trying again until you get your breakthrough and continue to perfect your skills. Those who have won, your challenge is to win again. So keep pushing your boundaries. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to invite every Zimbabwean able to watch this unfolding event to enjoy this 22nd NAMA edition, relax and enjoy the evening as it rolls out. Siyabonga, tatenda, thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for those wise words and the encouragement. The NAMA is an all-inclusive event, and that's why we include everyone, not only artists, but art lovers as well, including the hearing impaired. And that's why tonight on stage, and for the pleasure of those at home, we have sign language interpreters on stage, and they are proudly sponsored by our partners, the Culture Fund. Now, let's get straight into the business of the day. Let's talk about some awards. Now, those that know me know that I love to dance, and if you've got a hand, put your hands up, because from Sky's Metro FM, we've got BK, and from Power FM, Ranelo.
Wow. I love to see people happy, looking nice, beautiful, and delibahle bantu bako Bulawayo. And with me today, I'm ngihamba lo Ranelo from Power FM, Mr. Bobo se Power FM.
Ngiyabonga BK. It's truly an honor to be the first award presenters tonight. Siyalamukela Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, NAMA22. Well, tonight we get to celebrate dancers, and hey, we start off with the female dance category.
And the nominees in the female dance category are
Outstanding Female Dancer, Elaine Q. Ngube in The Chronicles, Deborah Kabongo in Fame in a Frame, Vanessa Nyoni in Street Battles. Outstanding Female Dancer.
Was it one Zimala? Oh my goodness, I'm even finding it hard to open the envelope.
I can imagine how the nominees are feeling
Okay,
right
I think
now.
I need your help here.
See, it's nice so I get to see the winner before her. Isn't that
No,
beautiful?
you just hand it over before. Oh, come on.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is Deborah Kabongo.
achipisana na devo zvanga zvamutanangira nguva yakatarisana nelevo mama late upenyu wangu wane mama late upenyu wangu wane mama late timuombe isingawanikwe kwa devo timuombe isingashandiswe na
Oh wow. Okay. I would like to thank National Arts Council of Zimbabwe for this award, and shout out to my dance fraternity for always showing up for us. And lastly, I would like to thank God for giving me the gift and ability to be a dancer. Thank you.
And the next award honors a man always put in the work, getting his step right. And the nominees for the best or outstanding male dancer are
Outstanding Male Dancer. Tichaona Hero Chikara in The Hero. Sean Mambwere in The Chronicles. Terence Kapesa in A Man from Bulawayo. Outstanding Male Dancer.
Looks like BK still wants to present the next award, hey? And the winner is...
Sean Mambwere.
Wow. The award I won first was in 2014, right here in the City of Kings. This place holds a special place in my heart because the gift that I have, it was nurtured by the lovely people of Bulawayo. So I want to send a good shout out to Bulawayo. I'm standing here because you supported me, you loved me, and you gave me an opportunity to shine. So this is for the City of Kings and all that you've done for me. Thank you.
So they say 2 is better than 1, right? But in radio, we call it stereo. And the next award goes to a group of dancers who put their feet together and made magic this past year. And the nominees for outstanding dancers, the outstanding dance group are...
Outstanding Dance Group. Elysium Magna Dance Theatre. Dabaningi Sitole. Guruve Marimba Arts Ensemble. Tine. Salt and Light. The Chronicles. Outstanding Dance Group.
The winner. It normally comes with vinegar, but it's coming with light. Salt and Light.
I don't know, but I think it's Calvin on the beat.
Yabona sebegcwala ngani intwana zemakhonne bajere sebefuna ubani intwana zemalokisheni mabe sibona bathi eta scoop party hey mabe sibona bathi eta scoop party hey born all stars njalo fake idobe still gonna handle business bazo catch my feelings bayazi mina meli luggage bastile bank
Yeah. We are born and bred in Bulawayo, guys. This is us. Thank you so much, National Arts Council. This is truly something really special. We love what we do. We know this is something that God has placed in our hearts. Everyone that's there, everyone that's watching, God has a purpose for you. Everything you do in life is very meaningful. We thank you so much. Keep it salty, changing the world one shake at a time.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
But we got something remaining. Before we go,
Yes.
there's those that arrange the dance moves. So in the business of radio, which Rinello and I are in, by the way, appreciate well-arranged music. So this award comes to the person that takes those well-arranged beats and makes marvelous moves and creates marvelous dances with it. So this award is honoring the outstanding choreographer. And the outstanding choreographer nominees are...
Outstanding Dance Choreographer. Deborah Kabongo in Fame in a Frame. Terence Kapesa in A Man from Bulawayo. Sean Mambwere in Salt and Light, See Me. Outstanding Dance Choreographer.
And the winner is...
I think they call him Terry. Terence Kapesa.
Skotwene pompini, nyoro makini, kumule matonkini, ema yakini, mundane mkanwini, extension.
First of all, I'd like to thank God for this gift, and I'd like to thank my mother. I brought her for the first time here. She's been so supportive. My fiance, I love you. My brothers, the National Arts Council, thank you for this. This keeps the dream going. This keeps us driving. Bulawayo, this is for you.
NAMA22 will be right back.
Unogona kutenga airtime yako ya net 1 yetelese unebadi pa Eco Cash pasta 788 hash. Unogona kutenga mageti kana kubadara DS kana kutenga mabandu pasta 788 hash. Shavenyore ne click and pay. My event tickets. Shavenyore ne click and pay.
Shavenyore ne click and pay.
The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by CBZ, the Culture Fund and the European Union, Kurima Center, Ginger Apple Group, Nariro Mode, and Wild Africa Travel. NAMA22. Hashtag Gwantutu.
Culture Fund and the EU delegation to Zimbabwe through Creative Actions to partnered with the Jacaranda Culture and Media Corporation, the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, in support of NAMA 2024. Our funding support positively complements Zimbabwe's cultural and creative needs, leverages on innovation while supporting policy execution. Congratulations to all the nominees and winners.
One every 100 seconds. Should I say something about how I didn't ask for this?
The difference is people who are not living with HIV, they've got nothing to fear. No second thoughts about death.
How did I get here? One step forward, 10 steps back. Is it okay for a man not to be okay?
You want to marry off my only child because you have failed to provide for her as a father.
She's of age, and she might as well be of good help to this family.
I went away from home, thinking I was solving the problem.
Welcome back to the National Arts Merit Awards. The awards show that kick-starts the season and sets the pace. All nominees, please note that there will be a nominees' breakfast tomorrow morning at Rainbow Hotel, courtesy of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe Board. And now, please help me welcome two award winners, renowned actress, radio host, theater director and voice artist, Lady Chawe, and film and theater, television actor, and MC, Calvin Madula.
Zimbabwe Muributi, Murigaboto. So art is nothing if not visual. Personally, I appreciate and love to see art come to life. And this next category is tailor-made for visual artists.
Icategory le ngiyokubonga ukudla kwamehlo esikuphakulelwa ngama-artist lawa. And the nominees for outstanding two-dimensional works are
Visual Arts Awards. Outstanding two-dimensional work. My Daughter by Crystal Vimbanashe Beseni. Shiriya Butarekeni by C. Mpetwa. Wire Car by Christwish Mulunga. Outstanding two-dimensional work.
And the winner is Wire Car by Christwish Mulunga.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank God for this opportunity. I'm the father of Christwish. I'm standing on behalf of him. I would like to thank the Minister of Arts, the NAMA Award, the promoters, the sponsors, and the ministers as well. And I won't forget the mother of Christwish who made him be as he is today. This thing is for Christwish and the Mutare people, Anasamanyika, Mwana wenyu. I thank you.
And the nominees for outstanding three-dimensional work are
Outstanding three-dimensional work. Cultural Dancer by Chenjerai Chiripanyanga. Humility by Privilege Garade. Charging Gorilla by Ray Chataira. Outstanding three-dimensional work.
And the winner is Charging Gorilla by Raymond Chataira.
DJ Tamok.
Kunzoku ano taura neswangu. Banoti nini nemsoro pangu. I know sometimes not what you want pango. Unombo stress gane pango. I see your pain, that's why I need to know. Say wakada nini wo.
I want to thank you, everyone who is here. I want to thank you, NAMA. I want to thank you, Shona Art. I want to thank you, Tracksafe Station Company, for the support of my art. And I would like to take this opportunity to say I'm the one who made all those track booths. And now I was recognized as the big artist. So I would like us. And I would like also to thank family and friends who stood up with me for this long journey. I thank you all.
But variety is the spice of life. The next category awards the artist with the outstanding mixed media work. And the nominees are
Outstanding mixed media work. What's Next by Fizani Nkomo. Scaffolding on site by Ishmael Mariri Rofa. Tawanda Takura. Outstanding mixed media work.
And the winner is Sins of Our Forefathers by Tawanda Takura.
Firstly, I would like to acknowledge God and all this creativity, and also to thank my wife and my family here with me. I'd like also to thank the National Arts Council and the National Gallery for their continuous support, and also for everyone who has contributed in my journey directly and indirectly. So thank you so much.
What use is it to light a lamp and hide it under the table? No matter how pretty a picture you may paint it, or how beautiful a sculpture may be, there is no point if it cannot be shown off. The nominees for Outstanding Exhibition are
Outstanding Exhibition. Katundu Katurikwa. Solo Exhibition at National Gallery of Zimbabwe, Harare. Curated by Chikomborero F. Mandangu. Pamoyo Sihlengeni. Solo Exhibition at National Gallery of Zimbabwe, Bulawayo. Curated by Doris Kamupira. Connections. Group Exhibition at National Gallery of Zimbabwe, Bulawayo. Curated by Haji Ishmael Mposa, Sinobile, Shami Dube, and Doris Kamupira. Outstanding Exhibition.
And the winner is Pamoyo Sihlengeni by Doris Kamupira.
I have to read, otherwise I'll forget. I would like to thank God that we are here, and I would like to thank the National Gallery of Zimbabwe and its board members, especially Bulawayo team, who have worked so tirelessly trying to make efforts into displays that we had at the National Gallery in Bulawayo. I thank the visual artists who trusted us with their creations, because without them, we would be showcasing nothing. And I would like to thank our family and their members and friends. I'd like to thank the National Council of Zimbabwe for this event. I thank you.
Now, you know, Valentine's passed recently, and I don't know how many of you got gifts on Valentine's. You're smiling, you got some gifts, right? Yeah? Hi, how are you? Can I talk to you for a moment? Yes, you, ma'am. Do you mind coming a little bit closer to me? Yes, you. Don't look at the lady next to you. I'm talking to you. I just have one simple question to ask you. Did you miss me? Is that a yes or a yes? I know you did. The matters of the heart cannot be explained. I feel a strong connection between you and I. That's what the heart does. You can never explain matters of the heart. Love is love, and you cannot stop love. Up next, we will tell a story of love as we know best, through a wholesome story. And I want you to live it vicaciously as you watch it. To perform this performance of love is MJ Sings, Sam Music, Begiwe, and Msiske.
Ngiyakwazi ukwenza ulalo ngiphupha, ufuna ukwazi lo, uhlala ukwazi lo. Ngiyakwazi ukwenza ulalo uzibuza, ufuna ukwazi lo, uhlala ukwazi lo. Uzizwa noma, hey, kufundisa ukumthanda umuntu, pause, ngizokwenza konke, awujabulisa umphefumulo wami, jabulisa umphefumulo wami, ngizokwenza konke, awujabulisa umphefumulo wami, jabulisa umphefumulo wami. NAMA, say, baby, ngizokwenza konke tonight. Shut up and I'm my baby. Tonight. Shut up and I'm my baby. Shut up and now. Shut up and I'm my baby. Baby, he's a when's a bonke. Shut up and now and he's a when's a bonke. Oh, Jabuni so careful no one. Jabuni so careful. Angizokwenza konke, awujabulisa umphefumulo wami, jabulisa umphefumulo wami. Achana mina baby, achana mina now, achana mina my baby, ooh baby. Achana mina my baby, achana mina now, yeah, achana mina my baby. My baby, yeah, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, oh. I'm a ching, ching, ching. I'm a ching, ching, ching. I'm a ching, ching, ching. What's that? Gonna get Kipala lengwadi, kifuna mwazi, watano lwami buwe, skona ye, CSBC skati, mina ngikabanga gawe, yiswela makoma ngitini buwe, skona let's go say, everybody, akungitiwe, stand for some, ube boza ngidalika. Let's go.
kahle amina sethole wena wena uyanjabulisa mina sethole wena nguwe wami
Sithandwa sami, you're the air that I need to survive. Darling one, so much love only you and I. With you, baby, I'm never gonna tell. You're my number one champion. Ngingo wami, ngeke phile ngaphandle
bathi into enzima wemama bahlala bethi kunzima ukuthanda umuntu bathi into enzima wemama kodwa wena uwenza kube lula wena uwenza kube lula wena uwenza kube lula ukuthanda wena kulula wena uwenza kube lula.
I felt like I was at a wedding. Oh yeah, Makoti was looking so good.
Thank you.
How many of you here are married? Just raise your hand. If you're married, just raise your hand. Legally, that is. Well, we've got so much in store for you tonight. We've got Rosary Royalty as well as the Kasi Babi coming up, so you cannot go anywhere. But up next, we've got an award-winning actress, an activist for social change in the form of Batabile Dlamini, and someone to present with her, none other than continental rapper, hip-hop hit maker, ASAP, to give us the Spoken Awards.
Good evening, Zimbabwe. I'm glad that I dressed up tonight because my lovely lady here is looking amazing. You're looking good.
Thank you very much, ASAP. You look amazing yourself too.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, ASAP, as a wordsmith, you will agree with me that there is power in words.
Yeah.
Words help us build a world in which we can actually make our reality.
Yeah.
Poetry is such an art.
Indeed, and we're here to present the award for Outstanding Poet, and the nominees are
Spoken Word Awards, Outstanding Poet. Ngonidzache Paradza, aka Mambo Guramatunu. Shaznay Wood, aka The Amartian. Chioniso Tsikisai. Outstanding Poet.
And the winner is Ngonidzache Paradza, aka Mambo.
mukanzwa voti toita sei nevanhu vemasvingo kududzira kuperegwa kuomegwa vonyepera kusamada achivanakidza magwa gwandomba gukachira gwendo gwene temboguya ndoda kutanga kutenda Great Zimbabwe University ndoda kutenda mukoma fideo kuFGZ Holdings ndoda kutenda Acutech ndo madizaina manyama ndichitenda zvakare mailinda vanhu vamai vamambo Guramatunhu nemi mese munotsigira nyanzvi yemanzwi ane musikanzwi achibaya semunzwa uyu mukombe uri kuenda kumasvingo. I thank you and I love you so much.
Powerful. And now, taking a look at the Outstanding Social Media Skit category. And the nominees are
Outstanding Social Media Skit. Admire Takudzwa Mushambi, aka Mama V. Theophilus Chibumila, aka Astra 632, Mai Kiri 40. Kudzai Chengedza, aka Mbuyava Piasoni. Outstanding social media skit.
And the winner is Admire Mushambi, aka Mama V.
Thank you so much. My name is Jini Belaid Jayampumi. I'm collecting this award on behalf of Mama V. My fans, yes, Mama V, ngati ngoti hoyo. This is for you guys. 1 million followers on Facebook. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the NAMA22 after party will be held at Cosmo tonight. So make sure you get your party shoes on and head on over to Cosmo. Tonight, Wardrobe and Glam is proudly sponsored by Ranga Designs, Glamorous Nails and Beauty, Wasu the Makeup Artist, Dreadlock Masters, Kev the Barber, Fashion Fusion, Spa Center Salon, and Nokutenda Nyamakau. And now let's get down to it, shall we? Is Toto Zabasagazi. To present the Media Awards, please welcome one of the hardest working women I know, multi-award winning theater, film, television actress, Charmaine Mudau, alongside the cleanest man in Zim, dance music sensation and actor, Mzo 7.
Ndimadekwane abuti riko batanganedza tifeni notanganedziwa mudini wa hashu muhulwane.
Doesn't that just make you feel like royalty? So, Masekunjalo Azkale, a fitting way to introduce the nominees in this category, the Media Awards.
Outstanding Journalist Print, and the nominees are
Media Award, Outstanding Journalist, Print, Sharon Zebra, Alpha Media. Cindy Sodube, Alpha Media. Mtabisi Chuma, Chronic. Outstanding Journalist, Print.
and the winner is
Cindy Sodube.
Ndinozviziva wakandida ndisina lefu takaoma ndisatida mechalefu mavakomana vese
Fire pande.
ini wacho ndine chimuti chemchulu
Ndangenda matiti. Ndangenda matiti. Fire pande mkachichichi. Skara wari tu. Chuma wari
Baby, we the superstar. And as you know, go that it took her crown. She know that I sangan. Mira uone pati cha sangana. Baby pacha baka.
Dakona mai vako.
Baby pacha baka.
Baba vako. Ne ma friends ako.
Baby pacha baka fine. Yeah. Baby pacha baka fine.
uNkulunkulu muhle njalo. Thank you, Nama. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Thank you, Bulawayo. This is where I was born and this is where my career was nurtured. Thank you. Ngiyabonga. I would also want to dedicate this award to my late sister. She passed on just a fortnight ago. Rest in peace, Figile.
You know what, Mzo? One thing I'm so excited to see about this next category is that all nominees are women. Basadzi. Isn't that amazing? It speaks volumes.
And the nominees are
Outstanding Journalist Radio, Miss Red, ZFM Stereo, KVG, Star FM, Chamvari, ZFM Stereo,
And the winner is Rumbidzai Mugwira, aka Chamvari.
Branche Kundis.
Tomorrow is a mystery. Live in a limit. Sarara mira munu joktola kufaza ningi. Cause ningi ana ningi yaktamtani sa wodingi. Nambaka kupati sa chingora mboli. Fire emojis, fire emojis. Ichichi zimbe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mona Lisa Dube. I'm the programming manager at ZITF Ministerial. And I'm so excited to accept this award on behalf of Shambari. And it's so exciting to be part of her story. Thank you so much, Nama.
The next award is for the journalist who has outdone themselves on television.
And the nominees are
Outstanding Journalist, Television. Colette Msanyera, ZBC TV. Aaron Doby, NRTV. Outstanding Journalist, Television.
Issue. And the winner is Colette Musanye. Eka Colette siyabonga sizamgcinela khona lapha.
the way we take in information is now influenced by the use of internet. And now we strongly rely on such journalists in this particular category to work very hard to give us the latest news. And the nominees are
Outstanding Online Media. Kumbulani Mlea, Heart and Soul. Plot Marco, Earground. Jonathan Mbiri Yamveka, Gem Nation. Outstanding Online Media.
And the winner is Heart and Soul.
Hello, we're Stallion. We're not Tiflo. Manai. Munai na ready. En fait, Ugupi. Unobani. Ugupi. Wiwani. Wo, unanatita. Suka lapho kulomsindo. Uyangizwa. Usungizwa. Ngithuthare wakho lotshaliwe.
Ayeye Bulawayo, ayeye. Ayeye Bulawayo, ayeye. This is so special, you know. I was born in Bulawayo. You know, I was born in Bulawayo in Luveve Clinic. I'm just so overwhelmed with this. This is amazing. And for me to receive this in my hometown is such a special, special feeling. I moved to Harare as a footballer. Actually, I was trained as a footballer, but I then transitioned into a multi-platform creative. And I really appreciate this. First of all, I just want to thank my mother and father for creating me in their own image. I also would like to just thank I also just want to thank my brother, Tumisani Mleya, who introduced me into the media space, as well as Kolwani Nyati, who introduced me to Alpha Media Holdings, Thank you so much to Moses Mkukunyegi, who has helped me publish poems in the Standard newspaper for the past 8 years, which is something amazing. I also would like to thank my team at Heart and Soul Broadcasting Services, HSTV. They gave me a place to call home. Thank you so much, Ogam Tewa, Unique Zimuto, for giving me a space to express my creativity. I also would like to say thank you so much to I also want to thank my team at Standard as well. Thank you so much for everything. Yes, Yabong.
NAMA22 will be right back.
The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by Skies Metro, Chicken Inn, Click and Pay, CityLink, ZFM Stereo, Indlovu Car Rental, and the US Embassy in Zimbabwe. NAMA22, hashtag Gwantutu. The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by CBZ, the Culture Fund and the European Union, Kurima Center, Ginger Apple Group, Dariro Mode, and Wild Africa Travel. NAMA22, hashtag Gwantutu.
Today, they call us Africa. A name not given by us, the people of the land itself. We call ourselves the Garden of Eden, the cradle of mankind.
We larger than life, activate, come alive, hold your head up, walk with pride. Remember descendants of giants, we come from abundance and never deny. Activate, come alive, it's your destiny, I promise you a light. Remember descendants of giants, we come from abundance and never deny. Activate, I can alive. Activate, I can alive.
We are Al Kebalon.
Welcome back to the hottest event of the summer. The National Arts Council brings you NAMA22, hashtag Gwantutu.
Well, I really enjoyed the previous winner. The fact that he celebrated his mother and father. I might take this moment to steal an opportunity. And my mother is here. Amai, where are you? Please just raise your hand. Oh, right there, I see you. Ah. Eish. Amai, I love you. Eish. This is you, eh? Yeah, this is you. Can you give my mother a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? So she watched me growing up as a young boy, making wire cars, and my sister playing Dolly House. It was an amazing thing how patient she was, because obviously we were the best children in the whole world. Now I want you to be good children out there as well. The voting lines for the People's Choice closes at 10 p.m. tonight. Not 10:01, 10 p.m. sharp. So you need to get voting right now. All the details are on the NAMA social media pages, so you've got to get voting now if you want to see your favorite artist walking away with the most coveted prize potentially tonight, that is the People's Choice Award. Now let's talk about something that people also love. It is a good drama series. It is things like Muzita Rababa, Muchaneta. These are series that have made hits on this television series and made stars, thanks to people like our next presenters, Nick Zemura and Sarah D.
It is raw. As a man of film myself, I gleaned some of the most honest performances from the stage. It's a brilliant way to tell the stories of who we are as a people.
Theatre is an excellent way to hold a mirror up to society.
The first award in this category goes to a man who set the stage ablaze in 2023. And the nominees for Outstanding Theatre Actor are...
Outstanding Actor. Farirai Clarence Borerwe as Augustine in Beautiful Men. Douglas Bramson as Jafar in Aladdin. Dean Jones as Largo in Aladdin. Outstanding Actor.
It's so exciting. And the winner is Dean Jones.
International.
ZTF.
International. Yeah.
I'll take a swing in the mess up.
Urungwe. Pamanzi. Diri urungwe. Chico kodera mbuti kuchka mufenje.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly and intuitively, I want to say thank you to the National Arts Council for this opportunity. Secondly, my parents for driving me to rehearsal. And thirdly, the Bulawayo Theatre. You guys are amazing. Much love.
It's lovely.
And now for the queens of the stage. The nominees for Outstanding Theatre Actress are...
Outstanding Actress. Charmaine Mujeri as Faith Nehura in Zuva Grumbling. Musa Wenkosi Sibanda as All Mother, We Are One, winner in Simunye. Nosizo Kumete as Runyararo in I Am Was Mara. Outstanding Actress.
And the winner is Musa Wenkosi Sibanda.
Martin, oh love.
That's gay. Zimbabwean queen Nandi. Me a become as a man for me. But they are good and it could bomb me. Me could never need suit that know me. Every man a stretch neck when you pass. Your body girl let make me spit some bars. Don't you ever could have one go and have a chance. Me could never break your heart like glass. Could I never? Buribo manchitoro, papa never my masigana go better trouble.
I would like to thank the Lord Almighty first and foremost. I'd also like to thank the National Arts Council for the recognition. Thank you to my friends, to my colleagues, Charmaine, Tariro. Thank you for your unwavering support. I'd also like to thank my family. Thank you so much. I love you all.
I'm sure we can all agree that we work better when we are part of something bigger than ourselves. In fact, that's the definition of living your purpose. The next category honors the most outstanding theatrical production, and the nominees are...
Outstanding Theatrical Production. Simunye, We Are One, directed by Mongiwekaya Mtombeni, produced by Shearwater. I Am Was Mara, directed by Lloyd Nyikadzino, Zimbabwe Theatre Academy. Zuva Grumbling, directed by Tafadzwa Bob Mutumbi. Outstanding Theatrical Production.
And the winner is Simunye, We Are One, by Mongiwekaya Mtombeni.
Shaninga family, kuna Billy, Chimombe na Mujarape, Agripa Nengo, Chief, Mungwende, and Dimemono, John Diga, the rowing Mandu. Baujemoto Notingandu, Gaduna Mega Man, and this we a boy money. You know, piece of my body money, Jiga, Baudendaka Pega. I put in the name of Jets, I will never test meter. Energy, if in a Ghana no calculator, this is salad, Batcatino on the Peter, and Okadi Papa Mangoma, and the dog to fit and wow.
Hey guys. There's something extraordinary that's happening in Victoria Falls. 150 shows and ongoing. This young lady right here and that young lady right there are entertaining tourists. And this show is a reminder to the business community to invest money into the arts, because the arts are where it's at. Simunye, we are one.
None of this would be possible without a good captain. A director plays a pivotal role in making sure that the story is told right, that it makes sense and it serves its purpose.
Every great play needs an outstanding director, and the nominees are...
Outstanding Director, Sandy Bradrick for Aladdin, Lloyd Nyikadzino for I Am Was Mara, Tafadzwa Bob Mtumbi for Zuba Grumbling and Beautiful Men,
And the winner is Lloyd Nyikadzino.
Thank you so much. First, I want to thank God for the opportunity to be able to be creative. And secondly, my family for trusting and supporting me to pursue a career in the creative. And also, most importantly, to the Zimbabwe Theatre Academy team and all alumni and Ted Mangawa, the writer of the production. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe. Thank you.
His music inspires. It is uplifting, it is meaningful, and it is rich. Ladies and gentlemen, the following act takes us on a journey of worship. So get up on your feet. Get yourself geared up for a sound that will feed your spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award-winning, chart-topping, contemporary gospel legend, a worshiper, singer-songwriter, Everton Mlalazi, featuring Indosagus.
Yengamlezwe, kulapesa hlema ngegasi, wafu Jesu bembethela, ngenxa yezono zami bambethela, wafu Jesu bembethela, ngenxa yezono zethu bambethela, nomlesweni yelele mama, walentine Calvary, wafu Jesu bembethela, ngenxa yezono zethu bambethela, wachithi kansela, wafela isono sami, yelele mama, wafeza uthando lwami, uthando ngimokhikizo sami, waqibisono sami, uthi ngisindiswe mama, wafeza uthando lwami, uthando
Elena
amanda. Yeah, Bulawayo. 122. It is by the grace of God that you're all here. Come on now. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. Nasendo pembelera kunaka kwa Jesu anondisimuzira desenga famiri nasendo pembelera kunaka kwa Jesu anondisimuzira desenga famiri. Oh, oh. Nasi no pembelera desimuzira nasha nasha inasha taje. Oh, oh. Nasi no pembelera desimuzira. Yeah, oh. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah! Come on, Bulawayo, have some fun.
That was fantastic. Did you enjoy that? I saw you lifting your hands. That was just absolutely amazing. You know, I sense after that gospel insert, the Spirit of God might be upon me right now. And I want to speak into your life right now, my brother. I can sense it right now by the sunglasses on your head. Your future is bright. Can I go deeper? Can I go deeper? This is a very important section. Huh? It's a very important section. These are dignitaries. Huh? Good evening, sir. What is your name?
Jomo Mahoney.
Everyone say hi, Jomo Mahoney. Are you enjoying the show, sir?
Oh, I'm totally blown away.
Do you have a favorite act so far?
Yeah, Everton Mlalas.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Follow me, follow me. I want to find someone else. I want to find someone else. It's a very important section. I just want to speak to one more person, one more person. I can sense the Spirit of God is telling me to move further down, to go deeper. All right. Uh-huh. There is something upon your head right now, calling upon your life. I can sense it. It's not you though, eh? It's not you though, eh? Krista Berg once wrote a song, Lady in Red. So I'm going to speak to you. What is your name, ma'am?
I'm Chengetai Famba.
Everyone say hi, Chengetai. Did you come here with anyone?
Yes, with my neighbor.
Where is your neighbor?
Oh, she just gone to the bathroom.
Neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. We were going to put you on TV. We were going to, what is the? Oh, neighbor. There you are. Everyone say hi, neighbor. Kochi, where were you going? I'm trying to make you famous in 2 minutes, boss. Eh? Right. So, are you enjoying the show so far?
Lovely, lovely. We're loving it. We're so blown away.
Any favorite act so far?
I love them all.
Love them all. Do you have a favorite act?
No, everything is really good.
That
Choose.
tough to choose. Tough to choose. Let me interpret that for you. The MC is absolutely amazing tonight. It's tough to choose between the host, the acts. It's just so difficult. So difficult. I'll tell you what's not difficult to choose from is our next category, because the lineup to present this is absolutely fantastic. Now, you saw that trailer for Al Kabulan. Well, the producer is here tonight. She also produced the story of Nehanda. She is an actress and a wildlife advocate. I'm talking about Tariro Washe. And then accompanying her is a Bulawayo boy who's ironically also nominated for a couple of awards tonight. He's an actor, director, and film producer. I'm talking about John Bubbles Mabuyane.
Lishona njani Bulawayo muhle? Akeni usabona isimakhelwane wakho sibatshengisa ukuthi lapha kodwa zathunqa hawu sidume ngani. Tariro, this is a beautiful evening. I guess it deserves a selfie. What do you think?
I agree.
Definitely. Thank you.
Capturing moments is necessary, John. NAMA22 is all about celebrating outstanding artists, and we are here to present the awards for outstanding first creative published work.
And the nominees for outstanding first creative work published work are
Literary Awards. Outstanding First Creative Published Work. The Train House on Lopengula Street by Fatima Kara. A Somber Graveyard Tale by Christopher Madala. Ukondisile Makumalo by Kefas Sibanda. Outstanding First Creative Published Work.
Jonah, help me open.
You struggling there, John?
I don't have nails, Tari.
Should I help you?
I think so.
And the winner is the Train House on Lobengula Street.
Clearly not Fatima, but I'm accepting this award on behalf of Fatima. She cannot be here this evening. It's a Bulawayo set book. So, as you all know, Lobengula Street, it's a story of gender in particular, but also religion, ethnicity, nationalism, and I'm just dying to get home to hopefully my wife's taken a photograph of this to go and send it to Fatima. Thank you. Ngiyabonga, Tatenda.
The following category is a big thank you to the author who sets our children's imagination aflight, teaching, mentoring, and educating them. And the nominees for the Outstanding Children's Book are
Outstanding Children's Book. Sloba and the Crocodile Tears by Martin Chayambuka. A Day in the Park by Audrey Chirenje. The Haunted Pumpkin by Mai Sarungano Folktales. Outstanding Children's Book.
And the winner is The Haunted Pumpkin by Mai Sarungano Folktales.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This means a lot to the work that went into the creation of this book, and this is just the beginning. I would like to thank my family. I would like to thank everyone that made this event possible. I have no words for the impact that this has, and I encourage all of you to take these books to your children. These books have things that your children need to hear and learn. Thank you. I would like to end by thanking NAMA, by thanking the council, and by thanking God. Maita Basa.
And the nominees for the Outstanding Fiction Book are
Outstanding Fiction Book. Whatever Happened to Rick Astley by Brioni Rihem. The Magic and Masala by Violet Kitui. Uketiwe by Zibusiso Mabonisa. Outstanding Fiction Book.
And the winner is Uketiwe by Zibusiso Mabonisa.
This is for all Ndebele writers. It's in Ndebele to Zimbabwe. Thank you, Nama. Thank you, everyone.
The final award in this category is for Outstanding Poetry Book. And the nominees are
Outstanding Poetry Book. Looking for Mother by Nkosiyazi Khan Kanjiri. Shamuya Zerarenyu by Memory Chirere. Tessere, a mosaic of poems by Zimbabwean women, compiled and edited by Samantha Rumbidzai Vajure and Marian Christie. Outstanding Fiction Book.
And the winner is Shamuya Zera Renyu by Memory Chirere.
On behalf of my lovely daddy, I would like to thank the Zimbabwe Arts Council. With that, the beautiful Mrs. Rumbi who published his book. A special appreciation to my auntie and everyone who has supported him throughout his career. Keep reading. Thank you so much.
NAMA22 will be right back.
The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by Rue Gold Travel and Tours, Population Solutions for Health, and the Love Shouldn't Hurt campaign, Black Shark Security, Ranga Designs, Scarlet Photography, Glamour Beauty, Bounty Creatives, and ZLG. NAMA22, hashtag Gwantutu.
Bathi befika umhlaba wethu wahle watshintsha. Manje sokuyasala abaqinileyo osurvive.
The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by CBZ, the Culture Fund and the European Union, Kurima Center, Ginger Apple Group, Nariro Mode, and Wild Africa Travel. NAMA22, hashtag Gwantutu.
Welcome back to the hottest event of the summer. The National Arts Council brings you NAMA22, hashtag Gwantutu.
Welcome back to it. Remember the days of Biscope? Those were the good old days, man. Times have changed though, and so have our ways of watching content, both locally and internationally. And now to present the Film and Television Awards, please help me welcome two familiar faces from social media, content creators who have intriguing ways of keeping us entertained. Ladies and gentlemen, last year's People's Choice Award winner, Theophilus Chikumira, better known as Amai Krifodi, and his partner in crime, the gorgeous Nyasha Manyengavana.
Hello guys, Magadi Renyu.
I think I can do better than what you did. Salibonani Bulawayo. Sobona omuhle.
Ikanda lako elichisayo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to present the Film and the TV Awards, starting with the Outstanding Actress, and the nominees are
Outstanding Actress, Auxilia Muchareve as Nomsa in Destiny, Munashe Goromonzi as Tsitsi in The November Promise, Bonagele Agnes Ngube as Dudu in High School Diary. Outstanding Actress.
And the winner is Bonakele Agnes Ngube.
What kind of man are you gonna be? A man who's lost his culture and his ways. A man who's given up all he was meant to be, just to make the world around him feel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bonagele Agnes Ngube. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Lord God Almighty who walked before me before I stepped on the stage. Secondly, my family, my very supportive little sister, and my girls, my colleagues, High School Diary. John, thank you so much. I am super, super excited. Thank you, National Arts Council and Bulawayo. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, chimon for it though. Right, my G's, my guys. So we have those guys who know how to bring a story to life on screen through acting. These are the guys who did exceptionally well on screen this year. And the nominees are
Film and Television Award. Outstanding Actor. Everson K. Chiesa as Jabulani in The November Promise. Alex Ayanda Marora as Skora in High School Diary. Felix Machingambi as Comrade in Comrade. Outstanding Actor.
And the winner is Everson K. Chiesa.
Wakafa baba kilomita baba Machiba France wakashiko dondi Pachikindo kawan
Potion Java Records.
You want to see Double King? Like Double King Patient Java Double King Double King King Opa Skip Production Mwana wesen Santi sakunde kakatre Kuitange free city Seta sakunde kakatre Mwana wesen Santi sakunde kakatre.
Wow. Thank you very much for the recognition, National Arts Council. Team Everson K. Chiesa, Oyo, Aye Yabafetu, Abasho, thank you very much. All glory be to God. Oh my goodness, I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you very much.
Kothio, what happened to that video we made December?
You mean the video we made using our phones?
Yeah, Raina Kidzagariere.
Yeah, but then Panapa, I don't think you're not there because right now, in a category is for the MVPs in the game, like Magot Zukogodera. These are the guys that put in the work and made the best music videos of 2023. The nominees for Outstanding Music Video are
Outstanding Music Video. Famba Anita Jackson, directed by Taurai Zijga. Harare Tumutare, Shingai, featuring Brian K, directed by Jonathan Samkange. Damage, Tashe Wedzinza, directed by Jonathan Samkange. Outstanding Music Video.
And the winner is Damage by Jonathan Samkange.
You drive me away, and I feel so much shame. Oh, I took that bet, and you're something I never should have done. Oh, you turned my happiness upside down. You turned my smile into a frown. My mommy told me once, but I never.
Woo! Okay, I can't hold it. That's my wife, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so nervous. Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to wake up. I just want to say thank you, huge thank you to the National Arts Council. Without you, we would not be inspired to create these videos. But I really want to say big thank you to that lady over there, Shingi. Thank you for choosing me and my team at Dreamhouse Pictures. They're doing such a great work. This work was done by students, ladies and gentlemen. Students actually helped me create this. So I want to say thank you to all my students. Thank you to Tashle. Thank you, Tashle, for working with me and picking me and my team. And big thank you to my dear wife over here. She's been taking all the pain. So thank you all. We look forward to seeing you next year, where we're going to be going for the other awards. Cheers!
Coming up later in the show, we have a powerhouse performance that you cannot afford to miss by Calvin Mangena and Master H. Now, we're about to close off voting for the People's Choice Award at exactly 10 p.m., so make sure that you hurry and get your votes in. Now, presenting the second half of the Film and TV Awards, please welcome Star FM presenter Mr. Dobby and the international diva herself, TV host and presenter, actress Nyasha Ntamangira.
NAMA22, hashtag #Kwantutu. Well, we're here to present the award for Outstanding Screen Production TV.
Yes, and speaking of TV, which is one of my favorite things, I'm excited to announce the nominees for Outstanding TV Production. And they are...
Outstanding Screen Production, Television. The November Promise by Derby Beta. High School Diary by John Mabuyane. DNA Show Episode Isaiah by Tinashe Mugabe. Butsu na Shatireki by Johannes Machingauta. Outstanding Screen Production, Television.
Are you ready for the winner? And the winner is High School Diary by John Mabuyane.
Ability extension. Yad boy, yakuno. Bese vai loka nichi noka, kokai. Bese vai moka nichi foka, kokai. Every girl I wine to me song like kokai. Allow me day one fast.
Hello people. Sawuthanda ubulela umama ka John Mabuyane iThai the late. Nebonke abaka High School Diary. Lento ngeyenu siyiphethe siyabulela.
Well, the following category awards the Outstanding Screen Production Short Film. And the nominees are...
Outstanding Screen Production, Short Length Film. Maoko Akandirera by Tinashe Dorobeni. Daughter of the Soil by Derek Manyika. A Few Dollars More by Jabu Mujova. Outstanding Screen Production, Short Length Film.
And the winner is Daughter of the Soil by Derek Manieka.
Mr. Melody. What the property? Tamgo. Not the checker. My settings, my frequency, my feelings. What I want you. And this is my guy. And this is good joga kumitsa kulinga nevanhu vakaipa. Usateterana.
On behalf of the director for this film, Mr. Derek Manyika, the executive producer, Chieza Rodzi, the writer for the film, Shilet, I want to accept this award on their behalf. The film, Daughter of the Soul, is a journey about a young girl who has socially imposed insecurities on her. And then she has to go on a journey to discover herself. And she meets amazing, powerful women who tell her how her identity should be. From inside out, not outside in. The cast were 12 beautiful women. One of them is the one who sang the national anthem today. The other one is the one who won the outstanding female dancer, Deborah Kabongo. And I had the privilege of being the choreographer for the entire film. So thank you so much for the love, thank you so much for the support, and hopefully you can watch the film in your spaces.
Well, congratulations to all the winners on a night of celebrating the arts. Now, the nominees for Outstanding Screen Production Full-Length Film are
Outstanding Screen Production, Full-Length Film. White Yet Black by Steve Chikosi. Comrade by Stephen Mutsago and Abel Silungwe. Outstanding Screen Production, Full-Length Film.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner once again. The winner is White Yet Black by Stephen Chikosi.
I don't know, but I think it's Calvin on the beat.
Yabona sebe twala nani intwana zema connect bacheri sebe funa bani intwana zema lockshed mabe spona bathi eta.
Thank you very much, Nama. I just wrote something quick down. I want to thank you for this award. I'm grateful to the people with albinism who allowed us to tell their story in this documentary. We also want to thank everyone who was a part of it. The producer here, Tsitsi's here with me, and the rest of the crew and our families who allow us to be able to come and do this kind of thing. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to take care of all your valuables and not leave them unattended. Now moving on, I bet for every memorable moment you've had in life, kule ngoma ehambelana layo. You see, music is a staple for so many of us. It helps us express some of our deepest emotions. To present the NAMA22 Music Awards, please welcome a man with the arts at heart, Director of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Mr. Josiah Kusena, and a woman who understands good music, Star FM's Miss V. Candy.
Good evening, Bulawayo. It is my absolute pleasure to be with you tonight to announce the Music Awards in a city that vividly and passionately carry out and implement the arts in this city.
This award goes to the outstanding newcomer for the year 2023. And the nominees are
Music Awards, Outstanding Newcomer, Mbida D, Kina the Music, Baga, Outstanding Newcomer.
And the winner is Shekinah Nathan Rove.
Baby, me want ya, me see ya. From the moment you walked inside the room, babe, good you know ya. In that dress, baby, I'm impressed by the way you finesse.
To be honest, I didn't expect it. I'd like to thank God firstly for this award, guys. Secondly, my aunt and my mom. Thank you to the National Arts Council as well. Thank you to Bulawayo, and thank you to everyone who supports my brand. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations. As a woman, I may be biased to say that we bring people, ladies, right? Come on, ladies, we bring something special to the table, right? Into and no. But we can't call it bias if it's true. Liqiniso. The following females have contributed immensely to the music industry in the past year. These are the nominees for the Outstanding Female Musicians for the year 2023. And the nominees are
Outstanding Female Musician, Vuyo Brown, Feli Nandi, Janet Manyoa. Outstanding Female Musician.
And the winner is Feli Nandi.
Tatata kuyanana chingchanga ngeipiana no wakon sina ojayo lungatarwe no rediere pasinombo wingana.
Wow. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I would like to thank God that we're here. It's been an amazing journey. I would like to thank my family and friends, my kids. The first one is here. I would like to thank the comic pastor and associates for believing in me when nobody else did. And my friends. Lastly, I would like to thank an amazing woman who came on board and changed the game, my manager, Koni Mazani. And thank you, NAMA. I love you guys.
We are now going to announce the outstanding male musician.
And the nominees are
Outstanding Male Musician, Saint Flo, Mrs. K, Enzo Aisho. Outstanding Male Musician.
And the winner is Enzo Aisha.
Baba nini, ndini ndau ya ndini stallion. Baba munajana nesha kashorega, muri muchene makatendega. Ini nandija kundika, murigo, ije murigo, dokubura. Mari murigo, kudenga igogo. Magani saruga, magani simuza, muzitare nyumune zambugo. Oh murigo, mari murigo, kudenga igogo. Magani saruga, magani simuza, muzitare nyumune zambugo.
Ahoy! Vanore Merama Streets, ahoy! This is for Enzo Aisha. On behalf of Enzo, thank you for supporting him and continue supporting Enzo Aisha. We love you. Chira! Thank you so much. Getting the award on behalf of Enzo Aisha. Music has a special way of defining seasons and times for all of us. What's that one song that reminds you of a specific time? Or that brings back a special memory in your life? That's the power of a good song. Now, for the nominees for the outstanding songs.
Outstanding Song. One by One by Saint Flo and Julian King. Baby Rakora Rorwa by Enzo Aisho. Chiremerera by Ja Bracer. Outstanding Song.
Can you guess who it is? Can you hazard a guess? Baby Rako Rarowa by Enzo Aisha.
Hello. Hello. Wadi. Why just say? Uripi. Unani. Uripi. Mawani. Oh, une boys. Ipapa de noise. Urgundi is where? Urgundi. Baby Rako Rarorwa. Rako Rarorwa. Dati baby Rako Rarorwa.
This time Chirikwedo. Good evening. My name is DJ Ola7. I'm here to receive this award on behalf of Enzo Aisha. He's a brother. Thank you so much for the support.
The nominees for the outstanding album are
Outstanding Album. Praise Choir for Season. Jar Praiser for Chiremerera. Freeman for Outstanding Album.
Oh, wow. And the winner is, come on now, the winner is Jar Praiser Chiremerera.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Joseph. Clearly, I'm not as tall as Jar Praiser. I'm here to accept the award for a well-deserved album and a well-deserved artist. Thank you very much.
I be thinking one thing, yeah? I be thinking one thing. I'm thinking everybody, all bodies, have been sitting down for too long, man. I want everybody in the house to stand up on your feet, man. If you're sitting next to someone, tell them, get up on your feet right now. Nudge them, get them on their feet, because up next, I don't want you to be one of them, because from now on of them, we got Master H. And from the Ihuluman, the hitmaker, we got Kelvin Mangano.
Tino garanti good time ira, uchindi shaimira, uchindi urgundi wachisa, uchindi watisa swakanyanyisa, moyo uchingoti chimotita. Sweet love, my baby, my melody, my melody. Nichakuimbira my melody, my melody, my melody. Nichakuimbira urisuka piepi. Ngoda indini shuka tieti Tibu kwanta mpaka senjuka piepi Mukakeseka useruga piepi Smailini Dona tibu de chiko You and me, wewe neni You and I, shiri Tiflaese chiko Nakupenda sana Nakupenda wewe Wewe na bibi Kiti kumoja Nakupenda sana, nakupenda wewe, wewe na bibi, kiti kumoja, melody.
lwethu uzoliphatha kahle mweni sibo no masubiza dale wena ngibiza njule umnandi ngithandwa nguwe umphethe ntofo wena mina nawe masijole siyathandana sithandana
Yo, what's good? Laughers. Give me the pop. Message again, but the photo again. Please, Habakuku. I saw me tell him no. In the name of Jesus. Yo, not in the name of Judas. Ataboya bonde burukas. Yo, Naibu Bura Lucas. It's a miracle, Papa Negutendo. Takatagura Gurema. Amen. Parikiroria. I saw me tell him no. Teacher Desai. Habakuku. Boy, Tiberekei. Habakuku. Wona tina brutu. Habakuku. Abatimera. Habakuku. Triguna maranti na wanale Puriteni dona mapaunti na wanale Triguna guremera maraunti na wanale Shimazi auya nesaunti na wanale Chisu trigupisa na wanale Chinu sedu sanguchkisa na wanale Chaula mapepa kutinisa na wanale Chenara ubar kupisa na wanale Tekino tuligumati tikuchemera chansi na wanale Chino tapiwa kuwada kutopo faiza na wanale Tekene tone kubati chingo chemera chansi Shino nabiwa kubanda kutopo faisa chansi na wanade
Regardless of what your art form is, we always need people around us, people to support and appreciate that particular form of art. Being an artist has many branches, and the following awards celebrate the various facets. We kickstart the special awards with the Artist in the Diaspora Award, and to present this award is the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe Board Chair, Dr. Nozipho Maraire.
Evening, guys. Are you having a good time? Good. It gives me great pleasure. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. It gives me great pleasure to announce this evening to you some of the artists that are making Zimbabweans proud. Zimbabweans have been shining, like I said, from the Venice Biennale to Cape Town. And tonight, I am so proud to present to you an artist in the diaspora. And the nominees are...
Artist in the Diaspora. Learn more, Jonazi Mwanyenyeka, aka Long John, stand-up comedy based in the USA. Wina Musamati, theater based in the UK. Virginia Chihota, visual artist based in New York, America. Ernest Ndlovu, film and television actor, South Africa. Masimba Wati, visual artist based in Vienna, Austria. Artist in the diaspora.
Wow, all over the world. And the winner is Learn More Jonasi Mwanyanyeka. Woo!
Learn More Jonasi is a Zimbabwean stand-up comedian, actor, and MC. Resilience has seen this young man fight against all odds to get his career kick-started. Whilst it wasn't smooth sailing at first, mentorship and sheer tenacity to do what he loved got the village boy from Chimanimani a place at the table with the world's comedy greats. His first show in 2012 went badly. He took this as a sign to work harder, and under the mentorship of Ntando Van Moyo, he has grown into an international touring comedian. He has performed in South Africa, the United Kingdom, Swaziland, Namibia, and the US. In November 2019, he was the People's Choice Award winner in Steve Harvey's Stand-Up Spotlight competition. Indeed, Long John has had a long journey. And now to present the Promoter of the Year Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the NAMA22 stage once again, the Deputy Minister of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Emily Jesiah.
Thank you. Promoting the arts is a labor of love, and this award recognizes those who have given their time and energy to keeping the arts alive in Zimbabwe. Good art also needs a helping hand to get it out there, and that is where the promoters come in. The nominees for the Promoter of the Year are
Special Awards. Promoter of the Year, Prunella Investments, Exmo Squad, Stratosphere Events, Chipas Promotions. Promoter of the Year,
and the winner is Chipas Production.
Thank you, Zimbabwe. Thank you, NAMA. A headmaster needs a school. A doctor needs a patient. But a promoter needs a supportive team. Thank you, Jack Radix, Bulawayo. A promoter needs support from fellow promoters. Thank you, my fellow promoters. Last but not least, a promoter needs a very, very supportive wife. Thank you, my wife, Memory. And to the arts fraternity, I want to say, have no doubt and no fear, because I march about and near, here not to disappear, making it clear that I will always support art for a better artistic Zimbabwe. bodzana. Thank you.
And now to present the Arts Personality Award, the Bulawayo Metropolitan Provincial Minister of State, Honorable Judith Ncube.
Lichonile. Lichona njani Bulawayo mhle. Bantu bakithi siyalamukela emzini wethu omkhulu. Ngilapha ukuzopresenta, ukuzonikeza i-Arts Personality Award. And the winner is Clive Mukundu.
Clive Mono Mukundu is a music producer, a composer, and a multi-instrumentalist. He has been in music since 1988, learning, teaching, and making magical music. From co-founding bands to touring the world with the late Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi and the Black Spirits, recording 4 albums with him, and also touring with the late Chiwoniso Maraire. Mono Mukundu continues to mentor as well as make music for numerous artists locally and internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, your Arts Personality Award winner, Clive Mono Mukundu.
I know you realize I'm not Mono Mukundu. He's in Jamaica today, at Kingston. He asked me to come in, if he happens to win, to come and collect on his behalf. We are friends. I've been recording with him for a long time. He had asked if Derek Mpofu could collect, but Derek Mpofu is stuck somewhere. Mono, I think, has done a lot, especially in terms of communication related to intellectual property rights, and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, on his behalf, merci beaucoup, siyabonga, reaitumela, toboka, twalomba.
And now please welcome the Director, Arts and Culture, Dr. Samwanda, to present the Arts Service Award.
Bayete Kwantutu. The Arts Service Award for NAMA22 goes to Robert Malcolm McLaren.
Robert McLaren is an arts educator, a theater artist, a published author, an academic and a linguist. Conversant in 6 African and 3 European languages, he has been a committed socialist since the 1960s and lived in Zimbabwe since 1984. After completing his degree at Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar, he returned to South Africa, where he lectured in English at the University of Witwatersrand and co-founded the theatre organization Workshop 71, playing an active role in the development of non-racial theatre. He also co-founded the following, among others: the Theatre Arts Department, at the University of Zimbabwe, Chipawo Arts Education for Development and Employment Trust Harare, and the Zimbabwe Association of Theatre for Children and Young People. And now to present the Lifetime Achievement Award and the Outstanding Arts Companies Awards, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Deputy Minister Emily Jesaya.
Molweni, liakai, ninjani. You know, there are so many people to thank that I've decided to say all protocols observed, except for my wife. So I say to my wife, a big thank you, my wife Hazine. She is a minister of religion and she had to stay in Harare. In fact, she's in Mondoro. Now, we people who work in theater and in the arts, we seldom work alone. We work together. So I'm going to say that this is not just mine. This goes back 44 years when I started working with people in Zimbabwe in the arts, especially my young children, my little children, and my youth in Chipao. So I'd like to dedicate this to them. My official name, or my professional name, is Robert Mshengu Kavanagh. And in South Africa, I'm called Mshengu. So I want to end with my Stagazian. Mshengu. Jongola mavuso. Straba filitul. Thank you. Thank you.
The NAMA party doesn't stop here. Let's meet up at Cosmo for the NAMA22 after party. And now to present the Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome back Deputy Minister Emily Jesaya.
Thank you. This next category is our way of giving flowers whilst you can still smell them. A thank you to an artist who has given themselves selflessly to their work. A name to be ingrained in our history books for generations to come. The recipient of this year's Lifetime Achievement Award is Dr. T.K. Tsodzo.
You may recognize his name from your high school set books. Dr. Thompson Kumbirai Tsodzo is a creative genius, famed for his penmanship and creative writing skills. Born in 1947, he graduated from the then University of Rhodesia with a BA General in Languages in 1971. The same year, his groundbreaking Pafunge was published. He has spent his life teaching and imparting wisdom and knowledge to many generations through his brilliant works such as Tawanda My Son, Rugare, Muduri Murefurefu, and Shanduko.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually Dr. Tsodzo's son, and I'm actually glad to receive this award on his behalf. I'm actually quite humbled to stand before you all to represent a man who is actually iconic in his works that I'm sure you're all familiar with, such as Pafunge, Babamnini Francis, and Nejremeso. I mean, come on, guys. Can't you just clap a little bit? I mean, you've read his works. You watched his dramas. Good. I'd like to thank the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe for honoring my father with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Nice and shiny. All other protocols observed. And if my father were here this evening, oh, he would be dancing old school. He would really be dancing, and he would invite half of you onto the stage to dance him as well, because he's a people person, and it reflects in his work, because he was passionate in his storytelling. And yeah, lest I make this presentation a bit too long, I would like to say that may his legacy inspire, educate, and enlighten future generations to come.
We're on main stage today.
Thank you. Come on, can you clap a little bit more? The man is a legend. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You read his books, come on, please. Anyway.
NAMA22 will be right back.
The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by Skies Metro, Chicken Inn, Click and Pay, CityLink, ZFM Stereo, Indlovu Car Rental, and the US Embassy in Zimbabwe. NAMA22, #Gwantutu.
You've been drawing and writing the whole day?
I'm working out something.
What?
I have to go see my daughter.
Zimbabwe has got a population of 17,000 inmates at the country's 42 prisons.
5 years for stealing a chicken. Girl, the system was harsh on you.
Shupi Toro has escaped the maximum prison. Police are asking for any information that can lead to her arrest.
It could be breakout was a warning in my view.
Awade Masoko has been suspended pending investigation.
Look at you in this big office.
I think she set Masuku up. From now onwards, I want these bins removed, far from this complex.
It's a security risk.
They don't trust us anymore. I am content serving my full sentence.
Sambu,
where?
Go to collections when you're done. There's something for you there.
Dear Ame Diamond, your brother Darika has taken over your home. Things are very bad.
You have to be strong. You only have 2 years left. How did Shupi escape?
You'll never make it out of here. They've tripled the security.
Sunday there will be all these church activities. It will be a while before they realize that I'm missing.
I see someone leaving this place.
Someone is planning to make a run for it.
Jesus came to set the captives free.
The women escaped.
How is this possible?
Armored vehicles are patrolling the streets of the Zimbabwean capital, Harare, this afternoon.
What if we succeed?
We could not have chosen a better time to escape.
With the CBZ Bank Visa debit card, the possibilities are endless. When you're traveling cross continents, our cards are your key to convenience and security. With access to ATM withdrawals and payment processing worldwide, all you need is a funded Nostro account and you're ready for your global adventure. Unlock your full financial potential today with the newly enabled features of the CBZ Bank Visa debit card. The world awaits at your fingertips. CBZ Bank, partners for success.
The 22nd National Arts Merit Awards are proudly brought to you by Rue Gold Travel and Tours, Population Solutions for Health, and the Love Shouldn't Hurt campaign, Black Shark Security, Ranga Designs, Scarlet Photography, Glamour Beauty, Bounty Creatives, and ZLG. NAMA22, #Gwantutu.
Welcome back to the hottest event of the summer. The National Arts Council brings you NAMA22. #122.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not voted for the People's Choice Award, well, I'm here to bear bad news to you. It's late. Voting is closed. And to announce the People's Choice Award, I'd like to call upon, representing His Excellency of the European Union Delegation to Zimbabwe, Francisca Midzi, and JCMC's Steve Jo, and ZFM's very own, the Divine Diva, Noxie.
Hello, Bulawayo. Thank you for the teams gave me two beautiful ladies to accompany to give the people of choice tonight. My name is Zivanai Soko Steve Zhao from Jakarta Media Culture Corporation, JCMC. Thank you for National Arts Council, thank you for Ministry of Youth and Arts and Creation to give a chance to JCMC. For the past 6 years, we've been the NAMA event managers. It is a long journey. Even during COVID, the difficult 3 years, we are still raise up the NAMA flag on the sky. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for Zimbabwe. Believe on JCMC. Thank you also Zimbabwe artists, the hardworking throughout all these years. It's an honor for JCMC to bring you guys onto such beautiful stage. It's our honor to show your talent. Thank you very much. Thank you for Zimbabwe. Thank you, Bulawayo.
Good evening, Zimbabwe. I'm here representing the European Union. Now, the European Union are proud sponsors of the NAMAs, but we are also have been supporting the arts and culture sector in Zimbabwe for many years. Tonight, we are here to present the People's Choice Award.
And the beautiful thing about this award is we actually had the opportunity to vote for our favorite artists, regardless of whatever art they practice, from dance, music, and sculpture, and our nominees are
People's Choice Award. Holy 10, Mukudze M. Chitsama. Volts JT, Kosinati Sibia. Saint Flo, Tawanda Mambo. Mai Kirifoti, Theophilus Chukumira. Winky D, Wallace Chirimuko. People's Choice Award.
Ooh, who do you think got this one? Who do you think got this one? Magafa Muriko ere Winky D!
Chema, Ininda Chema, Nemi Wagafa, got it baby, baby, Denda, Doda Chungola, Nemi, got it on the Sangata Munaiva, Denda Sentimoni to Chete, had you forget Punetin Gatinete, Tega, Tega. You and me, Chete,
Thank you, Magafa. I'm here representing Winky D and the Vigilance team. The Ninja Prezi, the Gombwe, the Gafa, the extraterrestrial couldn't be here tonight. This is for you, Magafa. You are the ones who push Winky D in bed and the worst times. Thank you, Magafa. Ndechenish. Jano!
Ladies and gentlemen, your People's Choice Award winner for NAMA22. Now, what you're about to experience is history in the making. Elegance personified, boldness from grace, dedication and hard work to be the absolute best. to be her ancestors' wildest dreams. 4 phenomenal women who understand their why. Vakadzifambira nyaya dzacho baitata indaba yabasobala bachiya engekho lo yedwa othandabuzayo. These women are undeniable in their pursuit. NAMA22 presents Undlunkulu Afrikakazi, renowned poet and actress Standazile Dube. And the Kasibabi, the girl with the blue hair, ubabonisi filimu loba bemthatha kancane, the explosive Noluntu J. She's accompanied by a true firecracker and heat maker, the real deal and a true showstopper, Ubegiwe. And ladies and gentlemen, alongside these 3 women, please welcome Rojri Royalty, a god being, the home of luxury, and performing for the first time Go Bulawayo, ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Moyo.
Right, let me hear you say, whoa. Nah, let me hear you say, whoa. Nah, let me hear you say, oh. Say, Hanzonomde, Hanakanati, 67 times what she backed out of me. You deserve better, Hanakana skin. But he's a good size, he's a hundred. Yeah, he's a hundred. And a good size, he's a hundred. Oh yeah, he's a hundred. 10 times 10 is a hundred. You can wonder, 10 times 10 you a bad man. I look such a fun, I got the highlight. I could give you all my time. Handsy musty, yeah, handsy, yeah. But love is in the game if you want some scared. Some of you can I was in a marry. Who know what they can I was in a way. Too many men in the bullet with me. To my never came. But I just wanna be with you now. Even if it may not. Hands on long day and I cut 67 times what she backed out of. You deserve better, but he's a good, he's a honest. Oh yeah, he's a honest. Only good size, he's a honest. Oh yeah, he's a honest. 10 times 10 is a honest. Yeah. Here we go. Say right before my eyes. Yeah, butterflies, and the way the bears killing me inside. I don't know where to go, I don't know who to call. Been a while, buried all, and it's standing on my own. I need to
An old broom sweeps the cleanest. Inyathi ibuzwa kwabaphambili lamazwi ahlakaniphileyo ayafakaza sishaya nge-experience hathi ngoba sizaze Mpumalanga kodwa ngoba kade sibona singobulawayo. Sigiya ngesintu sethu, isiko lethu, ubuntu bethu, ulimi lwethu, imvelaphi yethu, umuzi wethu. Kontutu ziyathunqa emzini omkhulu esigodlweni samakhosi komfazi ushaya indoda ugiba iqhegu kobulawayo lapha engidabuka khona Khwandinova. Bulawayo! If I say that I like it, would you tell me any different? I'm a person of it. Would you tell me any different? I'm a person of it. Coming in hot, not to be lower tagati. I'm telling a no bang, I'm Zilligati. Minang belly, I'm bold and I'm fearless. Part of Bulawayo, so I walk in her footsteps. Mooney, African, selfless and flawless. Room at the top, cause we're coming up next. Shout out to Wandutu, Ikwerule Chekutu. Shout out to Harare and Bizinkai Labewange. Shout out to Mutara and Bizigwanda Leshinoi. Shout out Phila Buzi, Paga Misele Cholocho, Haninyale Kwanilova. Shout out to our lover, Barema Kokoba. We're bold and we're fearless. We're bold and we're bold and we're young and we're young. We're powerful, we're backward. Tinga Mama Huruba, Anabaleshana, Tanara Bozuba. As we watch the sun go down, away, away, away.
Thank you, Bulawayo.
Put your hands together for Tammy Moyo. I'm inspired. Up next, we've got someone very important to come and speak to us. Still in the line of girl power. Help me welcome, representing His Worship, the Mayor of Bulawayo, Councillor Ntombizodwa Khumalo.
Salibonani Bulawayo Muhle. Representing His Worship, the Mayor of the City of Kings, Senator David Coltart. The guest of honor, Minister for Sports, Arts and Recreation, Deputy Minister Keith Coventry, represented by Deputy Minister Emily Jesiah. Minister of Youth, Empowerment, Development and Vocational Training, Honorable Machakaire. The Bulawayo Metropolitan Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable J. Ncube. The Midlands Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable O. Ncube. The Matebele and South Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Dr. Indlovu. The Matebele North Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Aramoyo. Acting Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Dr. Biki Samwanda. Deputy Chief Secretary, Reverend Tamasani. Representative of the EU Ambassador here present. Representative from the diplomatic missions, representative from Delta Corporation, the board chair of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Dr. Nozipho Maraire, and board members here present. Senior government officials, head of government agencies, arts and culture leaders, the NAMA adjudicators, NAMA nominees, invited guests. I am pleased to have been part of the National Arts Merit Awards, NAMA 22nd edition, which celebrated the many achievements of our country's artists and creative leaders. The city of Bulawayo is proud to have hosted tonight's extraordinary 22nd edition of the NAMA. This is pleasing particularly due to the fact that the city prides itself as the cultural hub of the country, producing many renowned artists. It is my hope that the artists and guests who are coming from other parts of the country were also embraced with the warmth and welcome of the City of Kings. Congratulations to everyone who won today. The wins were well deserved, showcasing the energy and commitment you put towards your craft on a daily basis. I wish also appreciate the various artists as well who entertained us throughout the night. With live performances, they reminded us of the need to continue supporting arts and culture as a crucial part to the economy. It was also a testament that cultural value chains in the economy can change the country's economic landscape. The city of Bulawayo is pleased to also have hosted the audience internationally and government dignitaries as well as the citizens of Bulawayo who came out tonight. My appreciation also goes to the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe for bringing NAMA22 to Bulawayo. This is key for the city as the arts play an important role in our lives and helps keep the memory of our past alive. The city continues to strive to ensure that we remain the true oasis of culture and creativity. We are a city that celebrates the arts industry and dynamic creativity of our arts. I would like to point out in that regard that everyone who was nominated or voted today has contributed to the artistic legacy that passed on by our four barriers, and you are all winners. I would like to thank you all of the organizers, sponsors, and volunteers who came to today's event possible. Your dedication and hard work is greatly appreciated. Let us all carry the spirit of today's celebration into our everyday lives. Ladies and gentlemen, let us allow the artists to bring us together and give us the sense of community. Thank you to all the artists who make our country and the City of Kings a vibrant, creative, and beautiful place to live, work, and play. May your work enrich us for years to come. I wish you a pleasant and safe journey back home, especially to the visitors who came far and beyond the vicinities of the city of Bulawayo. And may you hold dear the amazing experiences you witnessed in this occasion. I thank you all. Siyabonga, tatenda.
A round of applause for the councillor, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one very important thank you that must be made is to our guest of honor. The gentleman standing next to me is a very important individual in the grand scope of things. Deputy Chair for the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Mr. Marcus Gora. Please give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to invite the chairperson of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe to come forward and join him on stage to present this token of appreciation to our guest of honor, the Deputy Minister. And as she comes forward, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Put your hands together, make some noise. Somebody say, wow. As they exit the stage, ladies and gentlemen, please give them one more time a round of applause. The good thing about the NAMA is that you're not always alone. Tonight I've not been alone. There's been a lady that's been in the booth making the announcements via voiceover. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Charlene is backstage. I think she needs a round of applause for you to bring her out because she looks absolutely stunning.
NAMA22! It's so good to be back home, Bulawayo, alongside my brother. It has been an amazing night. And even as we have just handed over this beautiful gift to our guest of honor, we would like to thank each and every single one of you for coming out tonight, because without you, NAMA is nothing.
Absolutely. Tonight we've celebrated, we've taken stock of those that deserve the achievements for the efforts in the arts across Zimbabwe over the past year. It's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Arthur C. Evans. My friends call me Ace, and that's why they say there's many cards in the pack, but there's only one ace in the pack.
And remember, let's meet up for the after party, the NAMA22 after party at Cosmo. NAMA22, #122. My name is Charlene Furusa, and it has been a pleasure being your voice host tonight. Good night.
See you next year.